First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. Um, I gotta be strong, but I have to be thankful at the same time. When I mean strong, of course, I mean strong in the sense to be mentally strong to deal with this disgusting things and don't lose it. You know, I love this purpose. I know they deserve to die, and they utilize even children. I've watching this thing from Ella, a woman who's now in different states from New York, talk about she sees like young kids giving like poison to chefs or to cooks, or at least make it look like that's what's happening. And it just makes me think of this childlike trash involved in this program, that think that they can sound like the child that they are or be childish, and it's going to negate what I know they're involved in. For me, I see them for what they are, being groomed to do nasty things, and I won't have no doubt that this trash can continue in this program where they even torture women. I will never let this trash leave the fantasy. Some of the things they say is so disturbing that they think I'm gonna let them get away with what they just say. It's like, oh, we just choose who we just like. So you have the choice to do that to women and children. That's what you're involved in something where children are there for you to choose to torture. Nasty fucking. They deserve to die. I know that, so I need to have strength to just know that this is not for me to do, and let them die the way they're gonna die. As childish, as nasty, as normalizing, they try to do this thing, and they deserve to die. So me, my fear is, if these individuals involve themselves in this way and then come near me and try to act a certain way, it's gonna be bad. I'm gonna think of all the sufferings and all these women and children that they didn't choose to partake in. Never. Never. I can never let this low life participate. You know, it'd be one thing if it is people who like, yeah, we're killing, we do torture women, so what? The hate for them will not be at the same level, because I'm like, that's what they do. That's what they're part of. They participate in that. They own what they're part of. That's it. The perps involved in this are involved in this horrible things these horrible things to women and children. In this foulness, but they want to make themselves believe, now with you we're just making this punishment, punishing babies. Nasty. And so for me, that's that. I'm on that stage. I'm on that stage, and they know that I can blow up like that. And it's something that's bigger than me. They know that. The worst is when I don't even want to go to the office because I'm scared to just lash out on one of these trash. Because it's one thing when I go there and they all try to be like normal people and just try to make me feel guilty about some things. I'm like, I know what you're involved in, right? And they think because they're shaking their head, I'm like, I just want to explode on them. And then I end up just listening to these testimonials with no speakers, with no headphones. Listen to that, and you see this trash just uncomfortably packing stuff and walking away like it's a piece of shit. What do you think you were doing? But I have to be strong, and also have to be thankful. What I'm thankful for is this. Life is not looking good for me. It's getting bad. They tell me how they're gonna murder me. I'm like, it's just so funny, because I'm like, they're just delaying my death right now. Death is so not a fear of mine anymore, because it means the end of this torment. So it's not scary. What scares me is like, I'm gonna end up doing something to one of these trash. And for them, death is not the end of their torment. So it's funny when they say this to me. I'm like, okay, well, like my brain right now is just so damaged. I can feel it. I literally feel my brain being damaged. Something just off. Fatigued. and it's just nasty. In the last video you watched, I'm gonna drop all these videos soon. Like I said, I'm currently employed by these people that just, oh my gosh, it's embarrassing, you know, that they would try to make me think that I'm gonna let them be in this illogical, retarded, gaslighting, PSYOP tactics. Listen, feminism has been used for me as a way to make me see what's happening to me in the different fashion, or even make me believe that this is not the same program that's torturing, killing women and manipulating the brain. That because they are in this fashion, they are not altering my brain. They're not manipulating me. They're not controlling my brain to experience that. Because it's them. They're just like investigating. They're raiding my brain trash. Because they're this feminist, this PSYOP that people are using. They've been manipulating the brains for decades. I know my brain's being manipulated. They did that to somebody who's like a 17-year-old that kind of look like more like a young adult, right? And I was like, you do that to you see the little 10-year-old that they try to have me this disgusting perception and try to look at this baby, this kid in this way. And I'm like, and they're like, no, but I would prove that because you remember in 2014, this was like, trash. Like, you are manipulating my brain, and it's embarrassing because in the video you'll see monkeys that they were able to force to have sexual stimulation in the 50s with this basic technology where they just implanted just electrode as big as this in their brain and able to do that. And then they have, on top of that, they have this little retarded human shit as teenage kids gaslighting me. This low life that don't understand what you're only doing is agitating him. You're making him enraged. Because you're making clear that a retard like you, of course, is... You make him ready to blow up. But I have to be strong. I have to be strong, and I have to be thankful. There's two things I always pray for: the strength to deal with what I'm going to deal with and what I'm dealing with, and being thankful that I didn't grow up, even have the option to be involved in something where they normalize what they're involved in that consists of what I just said. The worst part is not even just what they do to my brain, but what they involved in: killing children, torture women, poison them, rape them, sexual torture them. And so I put that in their faces so much that they're like, oh, we're going to be castrated. It's like I can cut my own private parts at this point. They've made me that fanatical. For all the women that you guys are here destroying life and destroying their life, sexually tormenting them. I'm at the office, this woman who just like, she just loves what this program does. But because I put the things that she's involved in her fucking face, she becomes all animated. So you're going to be raped, you're going to be tortured. I was like, I'd rather get fucking raped. For all the women you have destroying life, asking for prayers because her vagina is hurting so much. Knowing that this is happening to children. You have children, you piece of fucking shit. Getting raped, I'll take you to fucking hell. And so whatever fuck shit happens to you or your family, because you got involved in this, for all the women, that you think you can use your PSYOP, your facade, and your animations to negate that, you didn't even destroy my life. I know who destroyed my life. I see what they do to this country. I see who they influence and how they've influenced. They've won this war. You're just some loserness, opportunists that wanted to do this in this creative fashion. And you think that flipping your hair in this way is going to change that. So compromised, you take advantage of this loserness that have nothing in life. That is so encouraged, so excited, so happy. Like little dogs when you say, oh, good dog. These kids that they're going to use to frame me. Super excited because everybody's thanking them. Thank you guys, thank you everybody. You know, like a little dog when you say, oh, good dog. And you get all excited. It's like these little retards. Oh, good, that you're a hero. Yes, pretend he raped you. Yes, you watch him suffer. Yeah, don't give a fuck about their future. As if my suffering is gonna like add to their career. As if it's gonna, oh, you know, I'm gonna be, his suffering is making me so happy. It doesn't matter. Just so retards. They just mess their life up. These people will never have their kids do that. But they call these fucking retards the heroes. Just opportunists. Thank you, this is justice. I just heard this woman talk about how she's getting poisoned. This trash opportunist low life. It's like, now we're mapping your brain. They do this manipulation out show. It's like, nah, yeah, man, you're mapping trash. That's what nobody respects. I'm telling you, the worst thing that has happened to feminism is this new wave. It's been, he has discredited feminism in such a level that's so bad. I don't want to be political, but this new wave is like, or at least it seems like this new wave is phasing away and it's finally going to be, but it's so nonsensical and falsified and just manipulative. It's like a PSYOP. It's all about signaling. It's not really about the real thing. It's like, oh, I'll present myself like that. Oh my gosh, look at my hair, this, look at it. And then, yeah, that because I'm trash. You're involved in a program that's burning vaginas. No, I'm sensible because we would not be trash. You're involved in a program that's killing children. Yes, you would do that. Yes, this program does that. And look who put me in this program. You know, I have to be strong and make sure that as what's happened to me has a purpose bigger. They're giving me a braveness because they're making me fanatical. They're making me think that and believe that this is definitely bigger than what's happening to me. That my sufferance is what's needed for them to go to hell. My sufferance is what they need for them to get whatever comes to them. It's the tribute for these opportunists that wanted to be involved in this, to get what's coming for them. My screams, my pain, this is what is needed for them to go there. They wanted to live this cozy life of just doing evilness in this basic way and just be, oh, hey, no, let me take you and take this retard with you. But this retard, just being, you know, like praise, oh, that good little dog, good, and they just get like, yeah, nah. You see, they say they have to be careful because they're gonna be super encouraged by this perps, these PSYOPs, that they're gonna make the mistake. They're gonna make the mistake. I'm scared of that. I remember coming back from the train. They've done things, these teenage kids that are so disturbing. I can walk and I can feel like a group of people there, and I'm sure they're like teenagers, and I could imagine that I could just feel that they wanted to do something, like try to grab me and just start. And I was like, don't even think about it. Please don't even do it. Don't fucking do it. There's gonna be a reaction. Don't get encouraged by this PSYOP. Things are gonna be, the IS not gonna change the PSYOP. You do this thing, I'm gonna react. Don't do it. I don't want that. I know you're nothing. I know. They keep saying PSYOP to express, to negate the PSYOP. Listen, for me, what I'm just saying sounds very weird. Perps in this program are just contracted by this governmental entity. I'm what you call a test subject. There's a target individual. Target individual are all around the world. We are just utilizing these disturbing ways, and they're tormenting us, not just just because we're special. They're tormenting us because they are developing this technology. And so what happens is they create an ecosystem of people who just torment you, manipulate you, they do disgusting things to you. And wherever you go, it follows you. So it feels like the whole world is against you, right? And that's like this, they try to, and then makes you look like you're delusional. Because who are you for the world to be so against you? You're nobody. Yes, I'm a nobody who's being used as a test subject because they want people from all culture, all genders, all ages to be put in this program and be utilized as these guinea pigs. And so they push the person into insanity. This program is well designed. They've been doing it for decades. And it is really driving people into insanity. Some of them have caused mass shootings. To describe, and these people, like for me, I'm just a regular 9 to 5 person that go into the office. I'm nothing special. There's been doctors, there's people with much more going on in their life. Accomplished men, women. Of course, people who, of course, have never even lived a life yet. And so they utilize us in this fashion, and they create a theatric of a facade. So as the target individuals is dealing with this, they cannot see things for what they are. You start thinking, oh my gosh, this crime organization is doing that to me. They follow me everywhere, and when they do this, I can hear them popping their voices in my head, and this and that. They're like, they bought this technology and this. I just think, oh, it's this cult. This cult are trying to sacrifice me for this and that. I'm a sacrificial. Me is like, oh, this feminists like are just making me. They want to make me pay in avenging. It's for avengement. It's their justice. It's their straight justice. Bullshit stuff. It's all trying to find what is the story that can utilize on you to make you believe that this is anything but this massive government using you as a test subject. I mean, some people are even believing it's aliens. So you can see how it can look like you're insane. Because even the technology that they utilize, popping voices into your brain, is old technology that the government have been working on, called voice to skull. And they use these fucking retards that nobody said just pop their voices, child like trash. And they try to create stories and whatever. And this technology, we're talking about technology that can alter your mind and control your mind and can go through, and they look for what they can use against you. It's like, oh, but you did this thing to this girl that when you were, in college, this happened in college and this and that. And they try to be like, oh, we're making you pay. For me, it's like what you did when you were in middle school. I'm like, these people are killing children in real time. They're suffocating children. They're restricting the lungs of kids as young as 7 years old. Evilness that you can't even understand, but they like try to normalize it. And then for me, what's happening is to compensate for the evilness that they're involved in, of the torture of women, the torture of children. First of all, they want me to identify with this way they can manipulate my brain. They've been able to manipulate and alter the brain for so long. And this is what this technology is all about. And this is why they use human subjects. We are just this human subject where they're like, okay, if we play with the brain this way, this and that, what's working? What tactic works the best? What trickery works the best? Is this person going to think that this is thought? For me, they make me have sexual stimulation towards these children. From the youngest to the oldest. Yesterday, there was an older kid that could pass for a young adult. So I'm like, this is not the most extreme. You do that to little kids. This is one of the most nasty things they well, not the most nasty thing, but let's see. Yeah. I'm not saying that there was oh yeah, so nasty. There's this kid. They were trying to make me look. This big kid is like maybe 11 years old. The ad appears, and I close my eyes and I'm like, okay, let me just close this thing. And as I'm about to close the thing, my eyes is just kind of, they try to fixate to the private part of this kid. I close my eyes immediately. And they're like, oh, that's you, not real, it's you. Fucking trash. And they use these clowns of human shit to try to gaslight you. It is nasty. And that can push you to insanity because you, of course, you know what they're doing. They look at you and say, oh my God, you just got you. You're going to pay. It's so gimmicky. Like, it's so bad. It looks like so obvious that you want me to think that, oh my gosh, just me. It's like, you fucking clown. I wish I could record them when they do this interaction so they can see, like, look how obvious you are. This is what you are, obviously trying to gaslight me. Or acting as, oh my gosh, he shook his head like that. Oh, fuck, this person that you, oh. He's like, you're a clown. You're a freaking retard. Look at you. Who the fuck are you to me? Do you think this is gonna make me subscribe to this? So they do these things, and it really is draining and pushes one into insanity. But we are just test subjects, and these facades that's presented in front of you is to make me think that this is anything but a massive government using you, me in this case, as just another test subject. There's so many of us all around the world. And I want to thank somebody like a Robert Duncan. You know, I have to pray for him. But this man who's no longer with us, who's died, I think last summer, wrote so many books about this, was on a podcast, and was able to articulate the reality of what was happening to us in a way that was intelligent. Not intelligent, but sensical. And it's hard to do that because what's happening to us is just so almost insane, in the sense that it's very well organized in a way that makes the target individual look like he's crazy or she's crazy. And on top of that, they created PSYOPs and facade to confuse the target individual. And so they can start thinking, oh, this group of people are doing this because of this reason and that reason, where in truth is worse than that. Those MK Ultras and all these tests, human subject tests of mind control, this is new reform type of, with technology that is surreal, that they've been working on for so long, inclusive of civilians that also participate in that. And I'm sure, based on how childlike these people are, that when it comes to the things they do to us, they are also incorporated with this technology that can be manipulative. They're truly not mentally there to be able to time things in this way, say things in this way. It's obvious that they are being coached, and I think the coaching can be also utilized in this technological way. This technology can alter your mind, manipulate your mind, and control your mind. They've been working on this for so long ago. It scares me to see a book written in 1969 by a man called Jose Delgado showing why this technology, what he was capable of doing in the 50s. It's scary to know that they were already in that state of advancement then. It's scary that they were able to do that so much, do all of that in 1951, 53, 54, 61. It's crazy. And hearing testimonials, not even testimonial, interview with this man later on in his life saying, you know, while I was working on this with this implantation of electrodes in people's brain, the DARPA and CIA was working on Project Pandora, where they were using technology where you don't need to implant any kind of electrodes and any brain surgery is needed. They could manipulate the same way I was able to manipulate these monkeys, just using these electromagnetic frequencies. He says that. He gives an example. I could have put that monkey to sleep with no need to put this electrode in his brain, just using this electromagnetic frequency, saying the need of implants are no longer a need. I could do this. I could do what I was doing with these monkeys using these implants. Without the implants, if I used this technology that DARPA and CIA was working on. He's saying that. To know that this is how openly he was saying these things. And you're like, my goodness, Jesus. So imagine today what they can do. And it's done in this weaponized way. You know, it's funny because this video I made, it shows this girl when she was 13, she was in a wheelchair. Seizure, some kind of seizure condition, epilepsy type of condition. You see her at 13, you see her at 17, they similarly me at 17, when she's 17. But it's because they implanted some kind of electrode to kind of fix that brain up. I'm like, this is the mainstream. This is not the weaponized way of using this technology. We know that the technology that is in the mainstream is so behind from what these governmental entities are doing in regard of weaponizing technology. Matter of fact, what Elon Musk is doing, they were already kind of doing that in the 50s and 60s. It's so behind. Now imagine if they wanted to weaponize the technology that control your mind, to push you into insanity. They'll make you have seizures instead of trying to prevent seizure. They make you think in these ways. They force you to have sexual stimulation. They'll do things that are degrading to break you down, to make you kill yourself. And then on top of that, they use this trash around you that's supposed to make you think, oh my gosh, we just caught you. Because they want you to identify. They want you to like, oh my gosh, it's still you. Because this clown that just live day in and day out to try to like say things and slam the door, let's flip the... I ask God to give me strength. But I also have to be thankful because I also understand this thing more than I thought I was going to be able to. I'm not a genius. When you start seeing the obviousness of it, I was just, oh my gosh, it's in your face. It's so obvious. Everything is there. Look at this. They put this monkey to sleep like that. They did that. They can doze me off. Like I'm like, oh, I feel sleepy. Like you see this monkey, you start like relating to that monkey. It's like, this is what understanding this, and then you get, oh, this is why this clown's like this way. It's like when they want you to make, let's just say I wanted to make you believe something that's not real. I'm going to act a certain way. It will be very theatrical. I'll be like, oh no, oh no, you did that, oh my gosh, oh, I was going to use that too, oh my God. He stole that, oh my, I was about to go there too, oh, God. Like, he's like, you're a clown. So imagine see a feminist version of that, like a theatrical feminism. I was like, oh, for Courtney, I was like, you kill women. I pray to for Courtney that she's never put in this program where her life is destroyed, her vagina is in torment. And I say that specifically because they love to harm the private parts. They have this direct energy weapon that literally can hit and harm you in ways that you can't even understand. They stimulate me. I don't even know why I'm like. And they love to harm the genitals, even children. And to see these people and be super like, oh yeah, now for Courtney, and then talk about my eye. I was like, the torture that you're gonna make me experience is a torture that's gonna be theatrical. What I mean by that is the theater is supposed to make them believe that I guess they're not the same people that involve themselves or the participate in a program that's killing and torturing babies and children right now. But me being tortured worse than the way they torture these infants or these women negates that. Trash us. That they don't deserve to die for what they got involved into. Knowingly. That they were trying to erase that reality. My eye out, I will take my eye out. You make me this. I'm scared to harm myself to that level. Because they make you a fanatical being. The hatred you have is so strong that it's not about even killing them. It's like, I will harm myself. What? Is that the eye out that's supposed to negate that? I will take my own eye out. Send this freaking retarded. But I gotta say thank you, God. I have to, because for them to think that this is normal means that anybody can think that this is normal. I'm just thankful I'm not one of this everybody. Thank God. I didn't, I can compare it now, understand things like when there was genocides and, random people can participate. I always wonder, like, these people are normal. Like, you talk to them, they're normal. Why would they be thinking that it's okay to do what they did? Why would they be okay with this craziness? It's not even, like, it's so irrational. And you realize, oh, but if you put them in a setting where this is the norm and this is what is okay, you put like a greater PSYOP of some sort, you create it. That's when you like, oh, I can go kill that child and it's okay. I can go back to be a great parent. I started understanding, it's like, oh, that's why. Just put people in the setting where things are normalized that shouldn't be normalized. The torture, the murdering, the killing, the suffering, the destruction. Not even murdering. It's not. I would like, listen. It's funny when they tell me they're gonna murder me. I was like, oh gosh, right now you're like keeping me alive, actually. But the horror that they involved in, the atrocities, like in genocide, can kill a woman, mutilations and torture, burning alive, then go back home, being a great parent, be a great human being to the family. Have a normal conversation with somebody. Children involved in that too. There was some genocide I remember reading that they used the kids in a certain way, like, when they saw the dead body, right? Make sure that nobody, just whoever is actually alive, because people will pretend to be dead, and they're wounded, but they're pretending they're dead. They'll have like girls who look innocent with water. It's like, hey, anybody need water? And then somebody like wounded, be like, oh, and then, oh yeah, she is, and then they'll kill him, right? For that setting to be there, that's the norm. So I understand this, but obviously now we're talking about a whole new level of just technology, sophistication, and easiness, and empowerment and entitlement. That's another level. But I started understanding the concept of that. Like, I'm thankful that I didn't get, because anybody can do it at this point. You just get put in this environment. That is the norm. So you're gonna be like, oh yeah, burn him, yeah. And then then like, yeah, make him think about children like that. Yeah, I'll pay. It's disgusting. They start saying like, oh, we're gonna plan child porn. It's gonna be actual. So disgusting. And on top of that, I'm involved in something that is killing children too. And be like, oh, so sad. Oh, but child porn. Sorry. We're going to put children getting raped because we're fierce. And because we're women. And we know that feminism is radical. And they just kind of rewire that PSYOP, turning feminism into some disgusting thing. No. Because we're women. It's like using the PSYOP that feminism is now known to be. You're the reason why feminism is dying off. Less women want to be involved in that. You're the fake feminism. You're the PSYOP used to create a false agenda, push something that's falsified. Disgusting trash. And if they've done it to other things, it's not only feminism. Call somebody a woke individual today, it's almost an insult. But it wasn't an insult at one point, because you're aware, you're awakened. No longer. Now it's like, oh, you just like it's the fake stuff. That changed because they start using that as a facade for something else disgusting. That's what these trash are doing. They're making me fanatical because they're making me feel like this is honorable. You are the frauds. That is actually, this is a coincidence that is destroying this This great values that have now been perverted in these disgusting ways, where it's just now you involving yourself in these disgusting things makes you fierce because you disturbing trash. And that I'm supposed to think that you are now manipulating my brain because you what? You fucking trash. You low life and use retarded ass kids. I rather die in poverty and suffering than live like this trash. Target individuals, stay strong.